Hi there, I'm Ed Khouri. Welcome back to our series on maturity. Today, we're going to talk about how joyful community is an essential component for growing our maturity. Last week, we talked about how that first rail on our train tracks, Emmanuel healing, that's joyful, is part of what we need to grow our maturity. Today, we're going to talk about that second rail, which is joyful community. Now, what do we mean by joyful community? First, we mean a community that is rooted in joy. Remember, joy means that I am having the experience that you're glad to be with me. Community that's not glad to be together does not grow maturity. The only way that you and I can learn to become part of natural family and spiritual family is when our bonds are rooted in joy. That means that as a community, as a group, as the place that I belong and the people that I belong to, the people that I create belonging for, our common bond is joy. And the really cool thing about joy is it is best learned and expressed in a multi-generational community. That means we need people at all different stages of maturity and growth and life experience to grow our joy best. See, joy is what allows us to grow the strongest bonds. How many times have you been part of a community that was more centered around, we're going to do this task, or we're going to have this group, or we're going to do this Bible study? See, task is not the same thing as joy. And when community and belonging are not rooted in joy, all we're left with is tasks and work and duty and more responsibilities. Not only do we think we're supposed to be together, but we have to be together, and that is absolutely non-joyful. There's no maturity that grows in that kind of community. Now, another mistake people make is they confuse groups that are centered around problems for groups that actually grow maturity. Joy is the basis for bonding. Having the experience that someone's glad to be with me is why we bond. Getting together where our common problem and the basis for our belonging and community is a problem is not particularly joyful, and it doesn't necessarily grow my maturity. Sitting around talking about my problems and how bad today was or how bad yesterday was does not create the kind of community that helps me grow my maturity. But if we have a community full of all kinds of imperfect people that have problems, some more than others, people at all different stages of growth, if we're all growing and are glad to be together, then we have a common bond that's strong. It's like a cord of 3 strands that's not easily broken. Our connections run deep. And in my brain, when I have those kind of connections, I'm in an environment and I'm in a situation and I'm prepared to learn how to handle problem emotions. I'm able to learn how to stay connected to people. I'm able to grow a stronger, more deeper sense of my own identity. Joyful community, people that are weak and strong together, people from across all kinds of life experiences, multi-generational, all different ages. That's that second rail in joy that you and I need to grow our maturity. So we've got our 2 rails laid out. We've got Emmanuel healing, and now we've got joyful community and belonging. In our next video, we're going to talk about those cross ties, the relational and emotional skill training that we need to keep those tracks moving in the same direction and connected. I hope you'll be back to join me. Have a great day.